3-0 on the Monday Night Football KJKD Fest free props video last time. Hopefully you tuned in. If you didn't, you come to the right place if you're looking for someone to tail, someone to follow, to actually make money on these apps, actually use profitable strategies. Like I say in this post, no feelings, all data, all profitable plays. If you've been watching other creators, looking around, looking for somebody that knows what the heck they're talking about, of how to make money on Prizepicks, you've come to the right place. I got 3 more profitable plays for you in this one for Thursday night football tonight between the Washington Commanders and the Green Bay Packers. We got a nice 48.5 over under in this one. 26 implied points for the Green Bay Packers, 22.5 implied points for the Washington Commanders. So we'll break that down shortly. I will be sharing with you guys an actual 3-pick power entry that I did lock into a ticket with my premium members in my premium Discord. If you are not a premium Discord member, you should be one. It's an absolute steal of a price tag. Had a member last night win $1,050 off of $175. That is my friend Mr. That Boy Q Ray. So this is a phenomenal example of the value I could provide over in the premium. And I'm going to break down the exact process. If you are someone that missed the last video with the Jones, Komet, JJ McCarthy plays, etc. The beautiful thing is I have a YouTube channel that is public, that will forever be up, where you can go back and fact check me, right? So go back and watch the video. Watch that video right there with Mr. Aaron Jones on the screen. Did KJK actually say to take these plays? Did he actually break it down? Newsflash, I did, but you can fact check it. That's what I say in all these posts, okay? So we're going to do it again here. We're going to do it again here for Thursday Night Football. I do just want to remind you, if you are someone who's looking to get very serious about your player props games, the premium content is going to be where it's at. I will be breaking down the exact process that I use to provide the plays that I provide to my premium members in this content, though. So I'll be talking about the exact softwares I use, the exact process. The beautiful thing is, if you're someone that's like, screw it, I don't want to buy that Discord, I want to do it myself, I'll tell you what I do. You can purchase the same softwares, but newsflash, they cost a lot of money. So for $1.66 a day in the VIP member package, you get access to every single play, all the profitable plays, and I do all the work for you. If you got work, you're busy with everything, and you can get 16% off if you do pay annually. That's something I keep forgetting to mention. So instead of the $1.66 a day with a $49.99, it goes down to $41.99. So let's talk about it. We got 3 plays for you in this one. It's a 3-pick power entry. Let's break it down. Quick mention, actually have a 4th play. It's Prizepicks discount, 34.5 receiving yards for Terry McLaurin. Obviously, this is a play where they're giving a discount. It's not really much of an analytical play on my end, but it's a really good play. They're taking, an entire 20 yards off what his prop should be set and giving you the opportunity to take the under. So if there's plays that change or aren't available at the time of recording, you can replace it with this after recording if they move the plays. Take advantage of that. And reminder, take advantage of the $50 instantly when you play your first $5 on Prizepicks with the promo code KJKDF is my link down below. Those are 2 things you're going to want to do. So first play. I got 2 guys on the Packers side and 1 guy on the Commanders side. So we'll start on the Packers side. And the first guy that we are going to discuss here is going to be the kicker for the Green Bay Packers. And we're talking about his under 7.5 kicking points. It's going to be Brandon McManus. I have the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer pulled up on the screen, guys. It's a phenomenal tool. They will give you 25% off with the link down below. It's a tool I'm using every single day to find the very best plays on these apps, right? I talk about these profitable strategies. We have a 54.41% chance for Brandon McManus to hit the under 7.5 kicking points tonight. That is a phenomenal, phenomenal prop. Once again, I'm talking about profitable plays, all data, no feelings on this channel. There are a lot of people that are going to lie to you to try to sell you something and say, I got the locks, I got a prop, it's a lock, it's got a 100% chance to hit. I'm here to tell you, this is a phenomenal prop, and we have a 54.41% chance to win. So if you're someone that's learning how to actually profit, I'm giving you the harsh reality, the actual numbers. The Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer is giving you the actual numbers. They're making it easy on you to find profitable plays. They're educating you on your actual odds to hit. This is a crazy good prop. We should be having to pay minus 139 to take the under 7.5. They do the math for us. We are paying minus 122 in a 3-pick power entry. If you have no idea what the heck that means, I'll explain it to you every single day. These multi-million-dollar sports books set a price tag for you to take the over or the under on a player prop. So for instance, FanDuel, they have them listed at minus 128 on the under 7.5 kicking points. So what that means is you are going to have to risk $128 to win $100. I find the $100 even number to be the easiest to explain. It's easy math. You'll risk 128 to win 100. If you log on to FanDuel Sportsbook, you're going to have to risk 128 to win 100 to take the under. All right, just fact check. We're taking the under. I think I might have just said over an accident. I don't know. Under 7.5 kicking points. 54.41% chance to hit. Minus 128 on the under. You're going to have to risk 128 to win 100 to take the under because it is a higher likelihood he goes under 7.5. They're going to make you risk more than you're going to win. Hot Streak, for instance, another DFS player props app, has them all the way up to minus 167. You're going to have to risk $167 to win $100 to take the under 7.5. So they bake in the price. They know all of the things, all the expected outcomes. Kicking points, you're going to get 3 points for every field goal they make, 1 point for every extra point. So the Packers have about a 26 implied total. Essentially, you do the math. A split market, essentially, he's listed at 6.5. He's listed at 7.5. They're essentially saying, you know, between his extra points, between his field goals, et cetera, he's going to end with 7. So that could be 2 field goals, 1 extra point. That could be 3 extra points, 1 field goal. We don't really care, right? All that we care is he stays under the 7.5, and that's what the math is telling us. Another tool that I'm using every single day to find the very best plays, Outlier. If you do not have them, the beautiful thing about this software and my deal with them is they'll give you 7 days completely free with my link down below. So not only do I provide discounts on the software, I also hooked up with Outlier to give a deal where you can get a 7-day free trial. And once again, we go to the percentage. You can see the best possible prop for Brandon McManus here is this 57% chance to hit on the over 6.5 kicking points though, right? So he's aggressively favored on the over 6.5, but the 7.5, the under 7.5, you can see he's got a 54% chance to hit the under. So we are getting the 7.5 number on Prizepicks. We want to be taking the under. You can see Hard Rock Bet Sleeper. Hard Rock has them all the way up to minus 150. Take the under 7.5 here tonight. Keep in mind, we are getting minus 122. We are getting minus 122 in a 3-pick power entry on Prizepicks. So there's markets charging all the way up to minus 150. Like, we're getting an absolute steal. That's what makes this profitable. We can't get ripped off on price. When you get ripped off on price, that's how these player props apps win. This is how Prizepicks takes money from uneducated people that don't know what they're doing. They charge a price, and people log into their app every day, and they take props where they're getting ripped off on price, and long term, they're just throwing away their money. So if you've come to this channel, I'm teaching you how to not be one of those dummies, right? And I'm not saying you're a dummy if you haven't learned this yet. You know, it took me time to learn this, but you got to learn if you're going to participate in this activity. This is the math, right? So I would highly suggest you learn it if you really want to make money in these apps. That's all I'm saying. There's 2 sides. There's winners and there's losers. Do you want to be a winner or a loser on Prizepicks? It's up to you. I'm giving you the tools, okay? So we got the Outlier tools, and then last but certainly not least, once again, all these softwares are what I use, and I'm explaining exactly how I use them. There are deals linked below in the description, pinned as the top comment. You can see the under 7.5 for Brandon McManus on OddsJam. The best possible place you can take the under 7.5 is on Prizepicks in a 5 or 6 pick flex. We're getting minus 119 implied odds. They're doing all that math for us. We have plus money on the over on sharp sports books such as a Circa Vegas. Circa Vegas, they're taking millions and millions of dollars from big-time bettors out there in Vegas. Their lines are very good. So once again, the plus money means you're going to risk $100 to win 105. So you're risking less money to win more, but it's less likely he goes over. On the Prizepicks app, all we care about is we're getting the higher chance for the prop to hit with a good price. So the under 7.5 is the play. You go along here. There's a lot of places listing him at 6.5. So once again, if we were getting him at 6.5 on Prizepicks, we'd be taking the over. We're getting 7.5. We want to be taking the under. I know that sounds crazy, but all these markets, right, he's favored on the over 6.5. He's favored on the under 7.5. You know, if someone were to tell me that I have to predict the exact kicking points that Brandon McManus scores tonight to stay alive for my life, I'm going to project that he ends with 7, right? I get to name one number of how many kicking points he ends. It's life or death. I'm taking 7, exactly. You know, he's favored on the over 6.5. He's favored on the under 7.5. My best chance to stay alive is to say he's going to end with 7 kicking points. Like, that's how precise these markets are, right? So that's play number 1. Once again, thank you to, OddsJam. Thank you to GGF. Thank you to all these tools that are helping us find these profitable plays every single day. This is the same process. Once again, you can go back and watch my last upload. these are the same concepts I'm doing every single day for my premium members, for you guys. I take this very seriously. When you get good plays, they're going to change them quickly. So let's hope they don't change this prop. Is it still available? Let's see. We're going to go once again to the Prizepicks board. We are going to go to kicking points, and he is still available at the time of recording. So it'll be the under. Once again, it will be the under. These last 5 charts mean nothing to me. The data that I'm talking about is what really matters. Good, profitable strategies. This feature that Prizepicks put up for the last 5 charts, first of all, sometimes the chart data isn't even accurate. Second of all, don't be the person that's logging in the Prizepicks and taking plays based upon the green charts on this. Once again, another strategy that does not work, that uneducated people do. Don't be one of those people. Do not be one of those people, please. All right, people. You've come to the right place if you want to learn. Play number 2. So play number 2, we got a bit of a problem here. And the reason that we have a problem, but I talked about this at the beginning of the video, is they have changed Jordan Love's passing yards from 226.5 to 229.5. Now, I got 226.5 with my members. It's only 3 yards. I know it sounds crazy to the people that are watching this, but that's a very big deal. That changes the prop. So I will just break down the actual odds you have of hitting right here live on the screen. There's still a bit of an edge on the over 229.5, but not nearly as large. 1.72% higher chance of winning the over 229.5. When I lock this in with my members, once again, we got 226.5. You can see he's favored at minus 134 on Pinnacle at 226.5 to go over, and he's listed up to 229.5, 233.5, 237.5, 230.5, 232.5, etc. across all these books, right? So, technically speaking, there still is an edge on the over 229.5 because there are books listing him all the way up to like 237.5, like we said, like BetMGM. But I do just want to be fully transparent with you guys here that Jordan Love did get moved up from where me and my members got him at. So once again, we are paying minus 122 in a 3-pick power entry with this play that I'm promoting for free on the channel. You should be having to pay minus 125 to take his over 220.5. So technically, you're still getting an edge here. It's just much smaller. We were talking about like a 3-4% edge with the 226.5 number. So this is a good example. This would be a good time to use the discount, right? The Terry McLaurin discount. So that's why I wanted to talk about that at the beginning of this video. For those of you that are tuning in and having to decide your plays, you could replace the Jordan Love bump with the McLaurin discount if you wanted. You also still can take Jordan Love. Technically, there is an edge, but I do just want to be transparent. We did get it at 226.5, which was a higher likelihood of winning. So that's play number 2. It is what it is, man. I'm going to count it as a win if he goes over the 226.5 because that is the number we got it at. But the 229.5, you could still take it. Just not as much of an edge. So, but like I said, luckily, we do have that discount on Terry McLaurin. So if you're someone that's listening and you're really trying to learn here, you could just pivot to the Terry McLaurin receiving yards instead of the Jordan Love and take that discount. It's just there's going to be a cap on how much you take. You could also take the Jordan Love passing yards. Technically, you still are getting a better price than the minus 125 you should be having to pay, but it's not nearly as good of a deal. So let's just speed that up and go to play number 3. Play number 3, once again, I promised you I had 2 props on the Packers side. I have 1 on the Commanders side. The third and final prop in this ticket is going to be the Jacory Krosky Merritt rushing attempts. Once again, this is a play that I provided my platinum members. The top of the top, they get that early access, so I send it to them immediately, right? You pay the most, but you get the instant alert so you can beat those bumps like we talked about with the Jordan Love. Unfortunately, Jordan Love is up way higher now. So if you're in my platinum member, you get notified right away. I also did provide this play to my VIP, which is second in line, right? I sent it into them. Then I sent it into my VIP in the next tier, and they were able to capture these same lines, right? So I just want to be transparent about the lines we got, but the Jacory Krosky Merritt rushing attempts. Here we go. We got another difference. So the Dealer Grind Fantasy Optimizer is showing that we have a 1.7% edge now on this. Now, that was a higher edge when I locked this in, and I will explain why shortly. There were multiple markets listing him up at 10.5. So we talked about, these split markets. The same thing with the McManus kicking points, where he's listed at 7.5 favorite on the under, 6.5 favorite on the over. The Jacory Krosky Merritt rushing attempts was that same thing. It was showing a much higher edge on the Dealer Grind Fantasy Optimizer when I promoted it to my members. But the beautiful thing is we can pull up the OddsJam Sportsbook screen so that we can get the live feed of every single possible place So you can see in real time, we have 9.5 favorite on the over on all these different sports books, -122, -124, -127, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They're all favoring his over. It does look like the 10.5 number has been pulled from the market. So that's a thing, but you can see sports books such as the Score, ESPN Bet, et cetera, they have them all the way up to -135 here to go over this 9.5 number. Another thing that you want to talk about in these tickets, right, is we do want somewhat of a game script. So the fact that we're taking the under on the McManus kicking points, the over on the Jordan Love passing yards, and the over on the rushing attempts, in a perfect world, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I'm just saying you want to set yourself up for success to go 3 out of 3, right? In a perfect world, we're going to want the Commanders to get up in the game so that they have the ball in their possession and they're running it on the ground more. And then the Packers are coming from behind. Jordan Love is having to throw the ball more. And then also on 4th down, rather than settling for the field goals, they're kind of in a position where they have to go for it. That way, Brandon McManus does stay under his kicking points. And Jordan Love goes over his passing yards. And then Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, is getting the ball on the ground, running more. Austin Eckler, more of a pass catching back. So hopefully that makes sense. So that's also something that's going through my head. I'm looking for these profitable strategies, but I also want to put myself in a position to go 3 for 3 the best possible, right? In order for that to happen, you need somewhat of a game script. So he is favored on all these markets. Once again, unfortunately, it looks like the market's changing in real time. They have changed some of these things. I really liked it when I saw that it was a split market, similar to the McManus kicking points. When I locked this in with my members, I was seeing him listed up at 10.5 favorite on the under and the 9.5 favorite on the over. It does look like in real time the market is adjusting to where he's listed at 9.5 across the board, which I'm not going to lie, I don't like that, but he still is favored over. We still do have some good correlation, once again, with how this game's going to play out for this play to go, 3 out of 3. We want to go 3-0. We want the big 6x payout. That's top priority for us when it comes to these plays, right? So that's our play number 3, the Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt rushing attempts. I like to show you the data that I'm looking at in real time on these videos, if at all possible. It does look like the data's changed. But once again, there are sports books charging upwards of -130. You can see here Bovada -130, -130 to take the over. On average, -125 on the over 9.5 rushing attempts. We are getting, a steal on price. In a perfect world, though, I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to stand on 10 toes and say, we would want to be getting, more towards the 150 line for the true value, and we're getting -122. Know what I mean? This 125, it was a lot higher when I sent it over with the 10.5 listing. But these lines are always changing. Going up until kickoff, we could see it go back up to 10.5. And like I say, in a perfect world, we do want a game script where the Commanders get up in the game. They're running it more to keep the lead. The Packers are throwing it more with Jordan Love. And then once again, hopefully they get behind to the point where when they have to decide to bring the field goal unit out or not, they're getting aggressive and going for it. We need Brandon McManus to stay under his kicking points for this to go 3-0. So hopefully that makes sense. Once again, these are the same profitable strategies as I used in the last video. I'm looking to go 3-0. This is just one play. I do have other plays in my Discord for this Monday Night Football game. It's just they've been changed all over the place. Like, you're not getting the same value that we were getting. I can show you on the screen, like I send this into my members all the time, screenshots of our plays moving, right? So these aren't official plays on the screen. I'm showing how they moved, and they're not good plays anymore. We got them at different lines than what's showing. The Deebo Samuel is a terrible play right now that's highlighted on the screen. So if you're someone that's listening, don't play these. It's just showing my members that these lines changed. We were able to get them at a different line where they were actually a good play. The highlighted plays that you're seeing right now are not good plays, but they are showing my members, how those lines changed. Similar to what we talked about with the Jordan Love passing yards earlier in this video. So once again, that last play will be the rushing attempts. So you'll head on over to Prizepicks, you go to the NFL, you go to rushing attempts, and you will be taking the over 9.5 for Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And I do usually check, are the plays available that I promoted throughout this content still? And it does look like, unfortunately, like I say, Jordan Love got moved up. That stinks. My Platinum gets it sent in before the bumps. Once again, my VIP's second in line, so they get it shortly thereafter. If you're someone that's interested in signing up over there, But in real time, as far as, you know, the availability of these plays, it does look like McManus is still available. Love got moved up, though, unfortunately. And Krosky Merritt is still available. So, you know, I'd probably lock in that McLaurin discount instead of Love at the discount if you're someone that's looking to not play any bumps. But like I said, all I can do is, you know, tell you the line we got it at, tell you the math, and try to help you with as much free value as possible. So looking to go 3-0 again in this one. Let me know down below in the comments what you're taking. Let me know the plays. Leave feedback if you won money last time. If you have any questions, if you need help getting in the premium Discord, if you need help getting those sign-up bonuses, if you need help with anything, let me know down below, and let me know what you're playing. Are you going to play, you know, the McLaurin discount instead of Love? Are you going to run Love anyways? I just want to make it known the 226.5 number is the official number I got. Just let you guys know. And then once again, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You can go back and watch that Aaron Jones video, listen to the process, the same exact thing, so you know what it's all about here on the KJKDFS YouTube channel. Last certainly not least, follow me over on X. I've been tweeting out a lot of more things over on X, giving free value, giving my VIP play of the day for free and stuff over there, leading up to kickoff. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. Wishing you all the best of luck on your NFL Prize Picks player props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.